through, fumbling through, fumbling through, fumbling through, fumbling through.
What's up, workers of magic, warriors of wonder, and casters of cantrips, and welcome to Fumble Through!
Fumble Through!
A podcast that has learnt to walk without rhythm, lest we attract spice worms and other human beings. Yet again, you join us at the table of wonder, situated deep in the heart of the Fumble Factory, as we harness our powers of creativity and find a safe space to roll dice, mess up some maths, and make cool characters in our heads a little less so when we bring them to life. If after all this you have not already, and be aware, I know he's very angry this week, Lindsay.
Follow us on fucking Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or fucking else.
All right,
Very
we
angry.
really do like you. Lindsay doesn't mean any aggression by that. We'd like to
His face
welcome
went
you
red.
into our fold. If you've never joined us before, Lindsay's actually quite nice.
If you haven't, why the fuck not? Jeez.
Just fucking do it.
At risk of sounding like an abused person, he's
Please.
lovely. I love him.
I don't know why I've got this tone. I'm very appreciative of all the people that have joined us and that are joining our conversations. Thank you very much.
And now we've made Justin yell, which is excellent for anyone.
Did we hit the red on any of them?
any of them?
It was all red.
And
Brett,
bit of blue there as well.
Ooh. Brett, Lindsay, Luke, and myself are pretty excited this week as this game marks 7 months that we have had the good fortune of bringing you this passion project of ours. While juggling full-time work, families, and other aspects of complicated lives, I think I speak for everyone in this room that this has become our weekly highlight or one of our weekly highlights, and we hope that it is for you as well. That was me being nice.
It was. I'm a bit shocked. I'm also a bit confused by the arbitrary number of 7 months.
7 months. I just thought, it's time to take. You got to celebrate the small things, Lindsay.
It's true.
And right now, it's not a huge time, but 7 months is a long time because I missed 6 months. That's why.
Right. That makes a lot more sense.
You also didn't leave me enough space to say that's what she said when you said celebrate the small things.
Yeah, I jumped in. I know this group too well. So this week's dicey question comes from a listener named Kyle. But if you would like to be just like Kyle and give us some dicey questions, ignore Lindsay and his anger. Ignore Lindsay and him being aggressive towards everyone, and either answer the dicey question, which we like to post every Thursday, or post your own dicey question that we can ask at the top of the show. This week, we asked the question, or Kyle asked the question, what part of your body would you want replaced with machinery? And I guess what would it do? Please don't say don't. Just don't. Just don't. So what would you like to be replaced? So think of a good piece of machinery, a gut body part, but what would it do? I'm not just talking, I got my arm replaced by a robot arm. I want something, and I want something that would happen.
Spine.
Mm-hmm.
1, because my back's always sore. I'm sick of it. 2, it's like it's the backbone to your body.
Oh, God.
So from
What?
there,
You what?
I reckon from there I could quite easily get a pair of wings grafted.
Yep.
And as we said in previous episode, I'd like to fly. So,
Why not just get wings?
Because I don't have them already, so I can't get them replaced.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but spine's good. Do you think that would have a material impact on the rest of your body then? And will you get increased, like, I'd go legs, jump higher, arms, open the jar of pickles I've never been able to open before, spine.
They're probably bad by now.
Sorry. Let's just, Brett, you've never not been able to open a jar of food in your life.
Yep. Anyway, no, it seems like spine's the prerequisite for a whole bunch of other things rather than the thing itself. Is that
Pretty
where
much,
you're
yeah.
heading?
I mean, just the fact, I know you'd probably be able to, maybe you could limbo better.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, fair enough.
right. That
Fair enough.
highly useful skill.
Yeah, he sits up straight at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so spine, maybe some wings attached to that.
Yeah, eventually,
Yeah,
do
got it.
Yeah.
All right, Brett,
cool.
what would you do?
I'd do my brain. I'd do it for an automatic hook into the internet
Mhm.
and be able to recall knowledge because I might read stuff and I understand it. I can't recall it. There's no sense of retention of memory.
What happens when the internet goes out? My internet drops out all the time at home, and it is a big point of contention while we're playing first-person shooters.
I've been living with that scenario for like 40 years, Justin.
yeah.
The internet's been going out in my brain for a while now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
You're still on dial-up, aren't you?
Yeah, right.
Well, there is this thing when you have actually fast internet where it buffers stuff ahead of time.
Yep.
It doesn't work for games, but if you're watching Netflix, so you just have to work off the buffer of his brain until the Netflix kicks back in.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so your brain would be a metal hunk of joy and robotic. Luke, what about you?
Sorry, can you just qualify the question again for me? Replace a
What
piece?
part of your body would you want replaced with machinery, and what would it do?
You thinking Oscar Pretorius?
No. I was thinking nanites, but
Ooh,
like the whole...
I like where you're
Yeah,
like
like Iron
repairs all the
Man.
damage kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Blood, change of blood.
That's the one.
to
Yeah.
nanites.
Yeah. That's where I'd go then. Yeah. If,
Luke just
if that's
won.
allowed. Yeah. I was
think
going to say
Luke
if
just
that's
won this
allowed.
question.
You just won.
Yeah.
You might as well not bother answering, Justin, because there's no
I
one
also want nanites now.
I want nanites for my brain.
Because they could you could do the wing thing. They'll morph you into the wings and all that kind of crazy cool stuff.
Yeah.
Repair any damage.
That is how.
There's a movie like that with Vin Diesel, isn't there?
Well, that's how
cool.
Iron Man has nanites in his body, and he morphs the suit on the outside. That's, not to bring it yet again to another.
Does that mean
comedy
he has to
reference.
sweat him out?
He
has to run
probably
a treadmill
does.
each time to
yeah.
sweat the nanites out of his body?
I think it reacts like Justin's intro. It's a body, it absorbs the sweat, reabsorbs the sweat like one D in your intro.
Oh, it walks without rhythm.
Yep. I did like that.
Have you ever tried walking without rhythm? It's extremely hard.
Yeah, every time I get on a dance floor, Lindsay.
Oh, see, I was going to direct it to Luke's probably pretty good at it.
Yeah, I was going to say one leg longer than the other.
Yeah, it's still a rhythm to it.
There is.
Yeah.
There is.
It's still a rhythm. I don't want to answer this now. The nanites are there. I was going to say my eyes.
The first thing with the nanites that got me there was the Red Dwarf episode. I think it was the end of season 6 or something like that, where they rediscovered the Red Dwarf and they rebuild his body for him and he's all muscular.
Yeah. Or I was thinking maybe a multi-tool in your arm or something, like a Astro Boy fingers.
I've only got one tool and that's the only one I need.
What? You can't,
Tough crowd.
Is that a hammer?
Is that Brett? And that's it.
Is that why you use it so often?
You took a while to buffer that one up, didn't you, eh?
I was like,
That's 'cause his
really?
brain's not
You're
robot
going to
yet.
let that one hang out there? And I was like, do you want us to? So you use that tool daily? It needs constant.
It's I hammer it as often as I can. Yeah.
Oh,
It
God.
needs constant oiling.
Jesus.
The maintenance on that thing.
Friction's never an issue.
Horrible.
I feel like Kyle's questions he always learns more about us than he probably wants to know.
Too much sharing.
Yeah, the identity theft will be starting soon.
Thank you, Kyle, for asking your question
Thank you, Kyle.
in our Dicey Question segment. And again, if you want to ask a question, because we can't come up with them, because as Brett said, he needs a new brain, like the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz, and we can't think of our own questions. All right, so thank you. Now,
We are a bit like Wizard of Oz. You could do with a heart.
yeah, oil me. I'm always in need of an oil change.
I'm glad it's just not me.
I was going to say that.
So
That-
which
that
one of you
leaves-
two is the lion and which one's Dorothy?
Well, Toto.
I have a dog that's very much like Toto.
Yeah.
Okay, Dorothy.
Sorry, I look good in red.
So, last week when we left off, we had just entered round number 3 of a combat with 2 skeleton ogres. You guys had gone inside of a shop owned by, or called Priceless Antiquities, to find that Reuben Price had died. You had traveled there with Sergeant Navoli Thunderback, who is now trapped under a cart in the middle of the street, about to suffocate because he can't breathe under the weight and the pressure. He needs some saving. So you guys either got to get to him right now, or you've got to make sure that you dispatch these skeletons before he dispatches himself. There is a couple of things that I would like to say, though. I got a rule wrong last week, and I have since looked up that rule, and I have an apology to make to you, Brett. I was giving you damage reduction versus the bomb damage that you have done, and that damage reduction actually doesn't take place. So I have actually added 10 points of damage to one of the skeletons, the ogre skeletons, because you had done 2 5-point damage fireballs. One was a splash damage and one was a direct hit. And I have amended that. I feel bad. I'm not going to say sorry because I'm
I was gonna
not.
say, the DM's being nice. We need to be afraid.
I appreciate your honesty, Justin. In the spirit of reconciliation, I too got a rule wrong.
Yes.
You can roll a reflex save for the first splash damage because you didn't get that. There's a reflex
I might
save
roll
for
this
half.
twice, hey? Fucking twice. That's a reflex of 10, so I think you
You're
can
right.
take all of it.
We're even.
Yeah.
You are a fuckstick,
We're
and I'm
back.
okay.
We're back. The last thing I have just reminded me is that, Lindsay, your character's sick and can no longer cackle.
Let's go all
Fuck you, Lindsay! All right, so
Does this mean you're going to go through dice at twice the rate?
maybe. Luke, can
This
you
could
bring
get
some
expensive.
dice in?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just bring some die in for me. Okay, so we're at the top of round number 3 right now. You guys are faced in the street by these 2 skeletons. Right now, I believe Flopsy is 30 foot back. Lindsay's base to base. Miles is base to base with one of the skeletons that is 25. So you're 25 feet in front of Flopsy, 30 feet is the skeleton. The skeleton's 10 foot wide long. Then 10 foot back from that is Reg. And right next to him is another skeleton. Okay.
And then Sarge is past
And then
that.
Sarge is another 20 foot back from that, which is an interesting predicament where we find ourselves. The skeletons are placed right now sort of on the side of each other. So they take up the full 20 foot between them. So you can run between them, but you are going to provoke an attack of opportunity. So you can get past, but you're gonna provoke unless you can do something else about that. And that brings us to round number 3. And remember that time that I killed Miles? Wait for it. Flopsy, it's your go.
It's coming.
Flopsy, it's your go.
Okay. Flopsy's worried about the Sarge trapped underneath, not being able to breathe.
Yep.
Obviously, if he can yell out though, one would think he's got a little bit of air in his body and he's got some time, right?
It's certainly not going to be
not rounds
away. It's going to be like a little while. If you know the suffocation rules, it's double your constitution. So from being a dwarf, you can assume he is.
We might have a minute.
You got a minute or 2.
Flopsy, we could make Sergeant Miles of the Watch a reality.
I don't think that's how it works. I don't think if a sergeant dies, you get to just be the sergeant.
I was there when he died. It's my job now.
Yeah.
It's a badge,
I picked
right?
up his badge.
That's all you need is a badge.
All right, what are you going to do, Flopsy?
Flopsy is going to pull out a dagger and charge at the closest one.
Ooh.
At the closest, the closest ogre, the skeleton ogre.
Yep.
So you pull out a dagger and you charge right in to attack it.
He might need to tumble the last 5 foot.
Okay. All right. So you're 30 foot away. If you tumble, that's more than one move.
Then he can't do that, can he? Oh look,
And you
I
also
thought about
can't
it. No, I'm
charge.
not doing it. He's going to pull and load his crossbow.
Okay. You pull out a crossbow and you load it. That brings us to Miles. What are you going to do?
Okay, I need some clarification on spacing. I know you've said it 1,000 times.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's a guy right in front of you.
So I need to keep both of them within 30 feet.
Yeah, they're both within 30 feet. So there's
how
a
far
guy
back
in front
can-
of you, and he's a 10-foot square, and then 5 foot behind him is where Reg started. So Reg is actually 10 foot behind that, and then the skeleton is 15.
So if I
foot
move
behind
backwards, I'm not in 30 feet anymore.
him. If you move backwards, the furthest one away from you is 25 feet away. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to sleep strike the one in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nutty 17.
Didn't you already try? Oh, you didn't hit
I
when
didn't
you
hit,
tried to
no.
sleep strike him last time.
No. So that's a nutty 17, which takes it to a 22.
A 22 will definitely hit the skeleton ogre that is in front of you.
And I do
Is that the one near me, near Reg?
No.
4 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need it to make a will save.
So you do 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and we'll just call the will save no, because these things, as are most skeletons, do not sleep.
I knew that, but Miles, unfortunately,
They don't
did
have
not.
eyelids to shut.
And then Miles is going to go, oh, fuck. I thought that was going to work.
And continue to cackle.
Yep.
All right, done. That moves us on to Reg. Reg, you are further away from, and the closest to the captain if you need to. You're about 20 feet away from the captain.
But I'm base to base with
But
a...
you are base to base with a large ogre.
I think you buried the lead
And-
there.
And you successfully fainted him.
This is where Justin's going to tell me that skeletons and undead are not subject to precision damage, right?
It didn't come up in my knowledge check.
Look, how about you just do it and let's find out.
You
Okay.
can make your own knowledge check.
I don't have any knowledge.
I am but zen with the world.
Yep. What are you going to do?
So I am going to flurry now. So I'm going to be in between the legs.
Yep.
And I'm going to kick with a back kick and throw a punch simultaneously. Obviously, in the mechanics of the game, that's
Sure.
not what's going to happen. So I hit both knees simultaneously.
Yep.
So the first one is a natural 20.
Oh, nice. Okay, confirm it.
Come on.
That's going to be a 12.
A 12 is not going to confirm that.
So do I get the precision damage?
Hey, Luke.
Yeah.
So I've been reading up on this, and yes, you do get
Oh,
precision damage.
thank fuck for that. So the first hit does 7 points of damage.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Okay, the second hit is a 17 to hit. Does that hit?
A 17 misses.
Oh,
Can
are
I
you
just
kidding?
Oh, sorry.
Denied
You
dex because they're
fainted,
fainted.
denied-
Yes.
did
No,
you-
no, only for the first hit. First melee
For-
attack gets denied dex.
But your
Yep. No, a 17 does
crit.
not hit.
confirmation was against the denied dex
Yep.
at 12 and it still beat
And
it.
it still did not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
For
For a large
skeleton
creature,
sorry,
ogres,
yes.
skeleton ogres aren't really renowned for their dexterity.
I just went into the wardrobe and pulled out my clutch bag
Yeah,
to see
yes.
if I could help out.
Yes,
Thank you
you
very
did.
much. It suits you.
Does it make my bum look big?
Oh god, yes.
All right. So sadly, yeah, that was still.
Okay, so you
Good job.
but you still did 7 points of
That's
damage
not
to
bad,
it. That's not
7
bad at all.
That's a crit for you.
Mhm.
No, that wasn't a crit.
But for you, that's a crit.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And then some.
Yeah.
Did you get that sneak attack on that?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Sorry, I was just checking because
3 on the D6, 3 on the D4, plus 1. All right.
All right.
So you got your 3.
Yeah, 3's always 3s. It's consistency. Consistency.
All right, we're going to go a little bit different this time. I'm going to start with Reg this time. Left. That's the first roll.
Are you rolling twice?
And that's
Oh.
the second roll. So the left hand claw, 15.
That means it's
Not enough.
left-handed.
The right hand claw slices. Well, I'm left handed, so I guess that's why I go first with that one. The right hand claw now comes in underneath, trying to gut you, get straight into the guts. And now you're a smaller creature. And that is going to be a 15.
Not enough.
And then we move to fucking Miles.
This is where I regret not using player knowledge and casting mage armor rather than casting.
Ooh, 17 to hit Miles.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, that's a shame. So that's the left hand claw. The right hand claw comes in straight for the fucking throat. That cackling motherfucker of a throat. Fucking 2. All right. So the one,
Do you cackle further at him for making such
So
a
the-
podge?
the one that actually does hit you does 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Lucky you took that cure.
I
spell.
got to tell you, you guys are up because like these guys do a crud ton of damage, and this
No, they don't.
cackling and misfortune is probably the thing that is keeping you guys alive right now. And it's well played. It is well played.
Mhm.
Although that said, I've got a feeling right now that Miles ain't looking so hot
He
at
is
all.
not looking very good. No.
Round number 4, Flopsy.
Flopsy's going to do a heal check on Miles from a distance to see
No,
how he's
got to
looking.
heal.
at,
You
from
can't
a-
heal from a
I
distance.
don't want to heal. I want to see how bad he is.
A perception check
Yeah,
is,
all right.
is as good as you can get.
17 on a perception check to see how you're feeling.
He's
How you
bloodied.
looking? Okay.
What are the 3 levels? What do you?
Okay,
Bloodied, near
bloodied
death
and dead.
Essentially it.
Say
Yeah.
near death.
Near death, right. Okay. Flopsy's going to suggest you withdraw. He's going to hold, drop his crossbow, pull out a potion and hold it out for you.
So you're going to ready for that?
No, he's going to have a like a baton in a
Okay.
race, holding out the potion,
Baton.
going,
Okay.
get here and drink this.
Okay. So you pull the potion out and you just hold it ready to hand off to him. Great. Miles, what are you going to do?
I can't withdraw.
This is the problem.
If I
this is the
withdraw-
problem with this, that you have to stay in combat the whole
It's
time.
not only
'cause it's
that.
within 30 feet.
It's not only that. It's the fact that they've got a 10-foot reach.
Yeah.
So if I withdraw, I'm only going to get out 1 square, and there's still a chance to get in the second square.
That's true.
So,
Dude, Flopsy's done what Flopsy's done. In his mind, he's helping.
What you going to do, Miles?
Okay.
Flopsy thinks you're not
Do
going
you-
to be able to withdraw if you're lying unconscious in front of them either.
I got an idea.
Okay, go.
Not a good idea,
Mm.
but it's an idea. Miles is going to cackle. And he's like, I fucking don't know what to do. And then he's going to turn around and piss bolt towards that potion.
All right. So you cackle, extending that for one more round,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get outside. You withdraw from that square.
No, because
Can't be
withdrawals are
withdrawn.
4 rounds. So I'm just
Okay, so you
piss bolting.
take the
Taking
attack of
out.
opportunity and
Yep.
try to rely on the misfortune to take it out, motherfucker. That's a 9. So boom, you manage to get out of the square
There's
as
only
it
in
swipes at
one of them, right?
you. Yeah, as it swipes at you, and you leave both squares successfully. Get out to, but that also means you don't grab the potion because you're
Correct.
standing right next to Flopsy. That's Miles's go done. Reg, what do you?
Yeah, sorry, just trying to check the rules here. Again,
What
I know,
the
right?
Fuck.
I
Yeah.
can't find out whether channel energy is a move.
Standard action.
It's
It's
a
just a
standard
standard
action.
action, is it?
Yes, it's a standard action that does not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Doesn't provoke. That was what I was
No.
looking for. Okay. Did you withdraw? Did you say?
I just legged it.
And you didn't cop it.
No.
Good.
Just you up there now.
Is it really?
Yeah. You and 2 ogres. You're almost between the 2 ogres. Some would say it's an ogre sandwich.
They're not full ogres. They're skeleton ogres.
sorry.
You're right.
Yeah, they're not like, get out of my swamp.
Okay, so I'm going to go through another flurry on the one that I'm with.
Yes. One.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
His face.
This is either an uh-oh. There was 2
My
rolls
mistake
there.
was I rolled the d4 with the d20 and they both rolled 1.
Oh, no.
So does no, it won't as well. 16 doesn't hit you, does
A
it?
16 does not hit one of these, so you get a fumble on a natural fumble. Oh, here we go. He's sharp. You punch into this ogre and you just get the corner of one of its plates of armor that's on it. You take 1d6 points of damage, which I will happily roll for you.
Twice?
6 and your strength.
Does he have to roll that
modifier.
twice or is it just a
No, it's
d20?
not.
No, because you do this damage to yourself.
So 7 points.
So 7 points of damage.
Okay.
No, it's
Okay.
full damage from me.
My
That's the most
second
damage I've
attack.
done.
Is an 18 on the second attack.
An 18 is not going to hit this thing.
No.
They are way too big for that. So you're still in base to base, Reg.
Yep.
Last round of this joyous rolling twice and taking the lowest one. It's going to start something different this time. It's going to start with
it's
its
actually next round.
right claw. That's going to do 16. It's going to attempt to swipe you
Not
with
enough.
a 16.
Not enough.
And on its left claw, that's going to be a 10. So it's not going to do
Not
too
enough.
much.
Sorry.
The last
Not sorry.
of the skeletons, seeing that you're right next to it, steps up to make you in. So it turns around, the one that was closest to these 2.
Cool.
That was 10 foot away, steps up. So there's a 5-foot distance between you, leaving a bit of an opening to get to the, because it steps diagonally.
Oh no, he's smiling.
That's a
Now,
lot
neither of those are
dice
going to
rolls.
hit you, but the one that rolled a natural 1,
You are doing more damage on this misfortune and cackle than anything else.
Relational damage.
can you just
But
roll
that's in
a,
the DM. Yeah.
can you just roll a d6 for me, please?
Gladly. 2.
A 2. It takes a point of damage and its speed is halved.
Oh.
As you can see, a little bone in its foot just go and break. That's nasty.
Suck it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't poke the bear.
Fucking
In what? It's a skeleton.
Okay, round number 5. Flopsy, what are you going to be doing this round? You have a potion in your hand.
He's going to wait for Miles to take the potion, then he's going to act after that.
Mm-hmm. Miles?
Miles is going to take the potion and drink it.
Yes.
Cure light.
Sweet. That's
1d8 plus 1.
8 points of healing.
28 plus 1.
1 plus 1.
And that was my move. Is that standard or move?
You would have had to take it off him and then standard action to drink.
So that's both.
Yep.
Take it off him, Lindsay.
Yeah. Because to take it, unstop.
Okay.
So to grab it from him would be, unless anyone's got something other than that, I don't know that handing something to someone.
The taking is a move action. You're sure it's a move action?
I'm not sure. That's
Because
why
it's
I'm
not being
asking.
drawn out. It's out. It's
Yeah.
ready to go.
How about I'll give that to you as a free action because I know
That's
he's
what
going
we're
to
looking
fucking
for.
cackle
Well,
anyway.
Then I'll cackle.
Okay.
It will only hit the one because
Yeah.
I had to move back, but
Yep.
one's better than none.
That's right.
And he's 25 feet from you right now.
I live again.
All right.
And then I'll have a go.
Flopsy, go.
So Flopsy's going to move. He's within 30 feet of the closest one.
Yeah, he is within 30. He's on the edge. Yes.
Yeah. He's going to cast a spell at it. Roll a fort save, please.
For the listeners at home, the joy on Justin's face has slowly been drained.
It's a 2d20 fort save, right?
Jesus, oh, it is.
Fuck you.
Every time he
That
rolls
is a
220.
fort, that is a fort save of 8.
You fail on a ray of enfeeblement as a stream of sand just dribbles from Flopsy's hand,
I mean,
casting that spell.
I enjoy both of these things, Brett, but I'm going to read you a little slice of the undead trait section.
Not susceptible to fortitude saves.
Any effect that requires a fortitude save, unless the effect also works on objects, is harmless. Second line, undead are not subject to ability drain, energy drain, or non-lethal damage. There's a bit of player knowledge, and if that comes back into this party, you'll hear about it from my lawyer.
Yeah.
From my rules lawyer.
I think you're here. I did that because my knowledge check didn't provide
Yeah,
me.
that's why I was doing the
Otherwise-
I
slumber.
appreciate it. No, look, sometimes I want to win too. And the only way I can win right now is reading a book that somebody else wrote.
Well, you could win by enjoying what we do.
Yeah, no. It's not how I win.
Okay,
The
well, let's just,
podcast wins
I
always.
win by crushing you. All right.
Well, let's keep his losing
Flopsy, you
streak
got to do
going.
anything else. You've cast the spell. He's made his fortitude save.
Going to
but-
move for that gap.
Yes. So you start moving around. How far? 30 foot. 30 foot puts you in line with the first skeleton. So you are 10 foot away from that first skeleton if you hug the wall.
10 foot or more?
10 foot. So there's a 10 foot gap. So he can't hit you. So there's 10 foot between the two of you. It can't reach you.
Cool.
If that's what you're asking.
Yep.
Yep.
Because I thought they could reach 10 foot.
No, they have 10 foot reach, but that's essentially a 5 foot between you. It
Ah,
reaches into
gotcha.
the-
Oh, yeah, 10 foot gap. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a 10 foot gap between you and the skeleton right now. That gets us to Reg. Reg, you have 2 skeletons on you. One of them you're right next to, and one of them is 5 foot away from you.
Yeah, so Reg feeling somewhat claustrophobic now he's surrounded by all this bone. Am I better to withdraw or to acrobatics out of this?
I don't think you can do either.
Why not?
Well, you can, but withdraw won't work because they only get you out of 1 5 foot square.
Acrobatics
Acrobatics
is
is
your
going to
only
be
way.
ridiculous.
Acrobatics is your only way.
Yep, let's do it then. Acrobatics out. Otherwise, I'm going to get squished either way. Hey, how many rolls do I need to make?
You will need to make 1 acrobatics check. However, just know because there are multiple creatures that is a little harder than it would have been
And it's 2 squares, right?
from the get-go. So you move through an enemy square, so threatened area of an enemy square is its CMD bonus, but for every extra enemy that increases.
Yep, sure. So the first one was a 28 on the acrobatics.
28. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh.
You move 10 foot. You are still within the
So I roll
speed.
up like a little cannonball and just
Yep.
like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay. And you
Yeah,
want to
just-
keep
I'm going to keep moving. Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Yep. Okay, so you want another one, do you?
Yep.
And that was a 29.
You are still level with the one closest to where Miles and Flopsy were.
Right.
You're probably at level with where Flopsy is right now because you only moved 20 foot back.
Okay, so I can continue moving? Or is that, no,
No,
that's a
that was
standard
both
action
your
for the
moves.
acrobatics. Okay,
no,
cool.
no, that was both your moves because acrobatics halves your movement. So you've just equivalent of moved 40 foot.
Okay, cool. Yep.
Cool.
Good move.
20
though.
foot.
Good move.
20 foot.
Yeah, but he's moved actual 20 foot, but because it's double your
Oh,
movement,
right.
he's
Hang on.
Yes. Unless you have some kind of speedy acrobatics joy.
Hoopy.
An underfoot adept uses his size and grace to avoid the attacks of those he passes when using acrobatic skill to avoid attacks of opportunity by moving through a threatened area or an enemy space. He only takes a -5 penalty when doing so full speed instead of -10. So nothing to do with what we're doing right now.
Well, you could have done that at full speed, but you would have taken -5 to your rolls.
Yeah.
So that would have made it a little dicier to get through.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yep. Cool.
Dicey.
Okay, Reg, you have 2 skeletons. You've moved away from the bigger skeleton, the closest skeleton, the skeleton that is still under the Misfortune hex, steps up to you.
Is that the one with the reduced
No, it's not
speed?
under the Misfortune hex. It was under the Misfortune hex. Oh, no, because
One
it was
closest
still
to
under.
me
Yeah.
is under
Yeah.
Misfortune.
Don't worry.
You wish.
Yeah.
Is that one also?
The first claw strikes into
he's
you
in.
for a 10. The second one, a 12. Both misses. Even the skeleton with its lifeless eyes is looking fucking pissed off at this.
Fire in its lifeless
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, and then it closes in the gap so its companion can't do anything. The companion rushes at you, but because the first skeleton's in the way, the second one can't get into base to base.
Which
with
one's
you.
movement impeded?
The one that just struck.
So I didn't need 2 moves to get 40 foot.
No, just 5-footed.
Oh, right.
It didn't. No, it's only because Reg. Remember, Reg was further down a little bit, so him moving up was really he only just got out of that.
Okay.
There. I mean, actually, it probably only would have been one attack, but it's they all missed. Fuck you. I'm just cheating because I want to have fun.
But that opens the gap up even
enemy.
more, right?
Yes, it certainly does open the gap up. So the gap's now nowhere near you. It's moved. Let's say you've got about 15 to 20 feet worth of space between you and any way of being able to. Actually, it's only Anyway, it's opened the gap up, Brett. This is round number 6. Miles, what are you going to do?
Miles is going to pop his collar, casting mage armor on himself,
Yes.
and then he's going to move around to the same way as where Flopsy was to try
Okay.
and help.
So you move 40, 30 foot.
Oh, wait, no, he's not. He's going to cackle.
Okay. So you cackle, but keeping
Extending
that,
it.
extending that up. Flopsy, you are now about
gift that
30
keeps on
foot
giving.
away from the sergeant.
As long as I remember to do it.
Did Flopsy notice that the precision damage from Reginald seemed to have some effect on these creatures?
Yes.
Flopsy's going to pull another dagger because he dropped one already
Mm-hmm.
and move into flanking position with Reginald.
Oh, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
You just get there. You just move into flanking position with Reggie. Yep. There it is. 2 rolls.
And that's the sound of an attack of opportunity that may get through on a 19.
Is that 2 rolls?
That was 2 rolls. My lowest was a
I
12.
was
Get
gonna say,
out.
There is a chance of him rolling 2 natural 20s.
Your
Just-
lowest was a 12.
Yes.
So they got a +7 on the hits.
Yes.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, 19 hits.
doesn't help when you roll 1 on the damage. 6. 6 points of damage slices into
Sheesh,
Flopsy.
That's still not good, eh?
So there is a 1 in 400 chance that he can still roll 2 nat 20s in a row.
Having taken that, Flopsy,
Don't tell me the odds.
He's getting
Do you wanna
he's getting
take-
up to about 400 rolls now, isn't
Is
he?
that 1 move to get there?
that is 1 move, and you drew a dagger as part of your new +1 base attack bonus. Would you like to attack this creature?
I would like to aid another to help Reginald attack this creature.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh!
Imagine if you had actually hit. That would have been a beautiful thing.
It wouldn't have been. I know what damage I do.
3, right? So 1d4?
Reginald?
You get precision damage and you get +2 on that because I'm aiding you.
On the damage?
No,
Reggie,
on the
you're
attack.
flank.
On
Reggie,
the
you're
hit.
flanking.
Yes, I am. So we're flurry flanking.
Okay.
Double F. Okay, first one. First one is a 20.
Yes, that hits.
Sorry, what is a 22? Sorry, yes.
Plus
For-
flanking. Plus flanking. 2 for flanking.
That was
That was
for
me.
me.
that was with the 2. That's why you just added 2.
2
Okay.
for me aiding. 2 for flanking.
Oh, was it 24 then?
That
Okay,
hits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. It's moved. Anyway,
I'm glad you're adding to the to
five,
hit.
5 points of damage.
And the skeleton crumbles
Oh,
to the floor. Can I just say? Can I just say when it hit itself, it almost killed itself. I actually looked at it and went, "Oh, that fumbles." No, it had 2 hit points left.
But
The joy was there.
was it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was
Sorry.
heaps of damage. That was massive amounts of damage. You guys did really well. Good job, you guys.
So is the other skeleton demoralized?
The
now?
other skeleton is still up. And that leads the other skeleton into combat. The other skeleton now can step up, doing only 1 attack. That is going to be 21 to hit you.
Yes.
With 1 claw doing 7 points of damage. How are you looking, Reg?
Fine.
I can't move. I'm trapped. I can't get out from under here. Round 7 happens. Miles, it's your go.
Miles is going to run up to the cart.
Double move.
Yeah, is he?
60 foot will get you to the cart.
Will I be in?
No.
Okay, yep. Cool. I like
Yep.
how I didn't even need to say that.
Yes.
I would like to move up to the cart, avoiding any attacks of opportunity if I can.
Yes, you move away that you can move 60 foot, get right up to the edge, right up to the cart and not provoke.
Hold on, Sarge. I'll get you out next turn.
Okay, Flopsy, what are you doing? You are not base to anything. You're within reach of the skeleton that's moved up.
So, Justin, can I move to get into a flanking position with this skeleton?
Yes, but you would have to go around the skeleton, and it might take you a little bit of movement. If we plot the movement,
30-foot move to get into flank to base.
Yes,
I'll do that.
cool. And you take an attack of opportunity to do so. That is 21 to hit.
Yep.
And you take 6 points of damage as
Again?
a claw strikes. And rings true.
And then Flopsy's going to aid another again, +2 to attack for Reginald
Ooh.
and flanking as well.
Reggie, let's go. Finish this.
Come on, Reg.
Come on, Reg.
Reg,
Which skeleton is this that I'm actually fit? Is this the one that I was hitting up earlier?
This is the first skeleton that you were hitting.
Okay, cool.
Wait.
Flopsy's got a tear in his eyes. He's taken 2 big hits from these guys, and he's really, you can see it in his eyes. Kill this thing. Please kill it.
Yeah. And you can see it in Miles' eyes that if you don't do this, you're going to live up to everything bad that Lindsay's ever said about you.
You can see in Miles' eyes that Lindsay is judging you. Yeah. That's pretty big
so
judgment.
meta, man. That's
yeah,
so
that's
meta.
big judgment.
Okay, let's flurry. So that what's the threat range? No, not that. Okay, so that's 20.
Yep, that'll hit.
Yep. Okay. 10 points of damage.
Oh, yeah.
And it crumbles. to
Thank
There we
dust,
go.
Fuck for that. I was on 3 HP.
falling on the
You were.
Yeah, I'm on 3 HP. Yeah.
Me too.
I was going to withdraw and heal, but then you were like,
I
good
was
done.
as well. But I know I healed myself to 11.
Wow.
Fuck.
And on the floor, you see 2 piles of bones with 2 giant half plate armor sets. They
Reggie, come help me.
even as you're looking, the half plate armor stays, but the bones dissipate.
Reg runs over to the Sarge, limps over to the Sarge.
Yep.
help me lift.
Yep.
You grab one side, I'll grab the other. Do any strength checks or
Yes,
anything?
please. Strength check.
Natty 20.
Oh.
Boom. Boom. You open the cart.
Good
The
job,
Sarge
I rolled a
crawls
4.
out. He dusts himself off and he says, thank you. Oh, and he rolls back up just before you put it under, grabs his pipe, pulls that out as well.
Can we
Hey,
make a
that's good work there, recruits.
Can we make a knowledge arcana check on why the skeletons disappeared?
You certainly can.
Another natty 20.
Oh, now they're coming. Right
Yeah,
now
you
they're
think-
coming.
That's
You-
a 27.
You think that it's akin to a summon. So this thing was summoned here.
Cool.
So this leads to the theory of that we're saying about the creature that killed the poor Mr. Price in the antique shop. Or
So,
the summon
do
creature.
their hands look the same as the rip
Well,
marks?
look, have a look at me, Flopsy. I'm covered in fucking rings. They
I
look
don't
the
have to look
same.
at you. Look at me.
Yeah, the wrens, while similar, I guess, but they're not exactly the same. So
Too narrow. These bones are too narrow for Mr. Price. The Price ones are probably a bit thicker and a bit more. It looked like there was a claw and nail and skin around it. These are much more defined. Now burst.
Oh, you want some healing?
Yup.
Yes, please.
Fuck,
Gather
I've
round,
only got
everybody.
3 and I'm fucked as well. Okay, hang on.
Yeah, but they heal all of us.
They heal all of us.
Oh,
at
the
same
burst
time.
does, but all right.
We're talking burst, yeah.
Give yourself 2 points.
thank you. I see.
And a 6.
Thank you.
Even the Sarge kind of, he's rubbing his legs where he was pinned under there, and he's like, hey, good boil. Thank you very much.
Haven't you got any potions? Or
I gave him a potion. I do have another potion here. Do you want it?
I've got
It's
3
disguise
cure. I got
self.
cure lights, but
Oh yeah, I've got disposable ones that will never come back. I don't want to use those.
no.
No. So let's look at these items that this skeleton's dropped. It might have a clue of who summoned them.
Thank you, Lindsay. Lindsay, as you start searching through the giant size, now these are giant sized full sets of half plate armor, not full plate armor. They are full sets of half plate armor that are large in size. You're walking through them and you can see the insignia of a wolf's paw
Oh.
sitting on top of the armor set that is there. Yes, you can sell those things. Look, recruits, let's go back. There is not much that we can do here. We'll get the boys in to dispose of that body and take the stuff in. If you want to put the armor in there, they can grab that when they come back.
What do you mean?
We headed back to the barracks then, boss. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll get the boys to come here and clean up after us.
Well-
We certainly don't need to be here for the rest of the night.
So, just to be clear, those sets of armor, do we get to keep them?
I can't see why not.
Great.
Oh, he's a bent
I don't think they'll
sergeant.
fit you, Flopsy. You're a bit of a slight fellow.
Yes, 3 shops down, there was an armorer who might be interested in purchasing something like this.
So
Um,
he basically says, the watch will come down. They'll dispose of the dead body. They'll come in, do all the things. They'll do all the rigmarole that has to
Clean
happen
it up.
afterwards, and they'll catalog that armor, do what they need to do, search it, write a description of it, and then you certainly can take it.
Pick it up in the barracks
well,
tomorrow.
we
You
better
can
get a move
take
on
it
because
in
we've got a shift starting in 20
custody.
minutes.
Well, this is something I want to talk to you about. Come on. And he starts heading straight back up to the offices where he goes, the man of mystery that he is and a few words.
Just the way you like it.
Mhm. You finally get back into his office and he sits in his comfy leather office chair behind his desk and he lights up his pipe again and he opens his top drawer, pulls out 3 badges.
Got a badge!
Looks like you people need a bit of a promotion. No longer are you volunteers for the night watch. This officially makes you night watchman here, and I've got your first duty to do tonight. Given your performance in that last battle, I think that you can handle yourself under a bit of pressure. You've shown that you're not just one of those people that comes in here all fancy-like and doesn't know anything. You conducted yourself admirably in pursuing a murder investigation, and you can clearly handle yourself in a fight.
Well, thank you, Sarge.
It's debatable.
Does that mean, what are the terms that come with a promotion? Is it increased pay? Do we get our own rooms?
It means that you're no longer a volunteer, boy.
So we're employed by
You
the
are
city.
employed. And it also means that should any other opportunities come up, then perhaps you might want to apply for them. This gives you a little bit of joy. And should you perish in the line of duty, your next of kin will receive a payment. Gives you a bit of peace of mind, if you know.
Just to be clear, I'm your next of kin, right, boys?
Speaking of perishing, I could really do with seeing a medic.
Do we have to work tonight? Are we out on watch tonight?
Aye, you do have to watch tonight.
And for how long?
If we're going out for another night out watching, I need some healing.
Point of order. We did defeat a skeleton while off duty today, and that would be counted as double time because we were out of hours. So possibly a minimum 3-hour call, that's 6 hours of work one would count, plus this recent little foray. Perhaps we put in a full night's effort.
I don't think so, pal.
Why are you trying to shirk this? We got
Can
a
I
new
deploy
job.
museum
Let's
on
just
that
go. Let's go get dressed and let's hit the town. It
Are
was
you
great
not
last
dressed?
night. That's fine. I'm not in my night watch. I don't have
Miles
my.
has been naked this whole time.
So it seems that I need people with a specific set of skills, someone that I can trust. The problem is,
Thrust.
and he gets up and he walks over to the door and he shuts the door and he pulls down the curtains so that nobody can see in through
I
the
knew he
window
was bent. There you go.
on the door, and he says, "Seems to me like we've got a bit of corruption throughout the watch at the moment. With not many people that I know that I can trust. That's why I needed recruits, people that came in here for nothing, don't have a stake. You seem to not be here long enough for somebody to reach out to you, and perhaps I can trust you a little bit. Seems that we've been given an assignment from much higher up. We ain't got no choice for this. There's a man called Virgil Aldane. Have you heard of him?
No.
He's a renowned artifact collector, and he's entrusted with the watch a priceless artifact that needs to be looked over before it can be handed to the Black Ross Museum. You see, Virgil is the brother of the museum curator Nigel Aldane, and the city has put a bit of pressure on us to make sure that this item is kept quite safe, as they want the Black Ross Museum reopened to the public. And this might be the way that we can do it. I've got reason to believe that if we let known that we have this to general members of the watch, we might have a compromised situation on our hands. So my task to you is that you go to the safe house and you're on guard overnight. That'll be your duty for the rest of the evening. Each night, the artifact is moved to a different location. So not one watch member knows where it is on any consecutive night. Kind of helps us a little bit. Even I don't know where it'll be tomorrow, but that's what we need to do. Will you accept this task?
Aye, Sarge, we will.
We will.
Yes. Yep, we will.
Good.
Okay.
Can I sense motive?
You can sense motive.
See if he's telling the truth.
Yeah,
Do I think he might be bent? Sense motive of 21.
You don't think that he's bad. No, he's telling the truth.
Virgil and Nigel, their parents had a naming scheme.
In 1972, after the cataclysm, a crack commando unit was sent to Absalon
Virgil and Nigel
for a
Elbow.
crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from Absalon.
If you
Today,
can
still
afford-
wanted by Absalon, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, you may hire us.
So after a little while, he hands you each your badge and he kind of pats you on the shoulder and he says, let's get you kitted out then. And he takes you down to the storeroom. And in the storeroom, he presents each of you with a kit. He also gives each of you a Cure Light Wounds potion just in case you need it. That's for drinking now. You can keep it if you want, but I suggest you might need it. We don't really have any more. Our stocks are running low. I can see that look in Brett's eye. And he also presents each of you a package. The package is what is called a guards kit. This is a standard issue set of supplies that each of the members get. The kit contains a backpack, a belt pouch, a flint and steel, a set of manacles, 50 foot of rope, a signal whistle, some soap, and 5 torches. And he says to you, look, I've got another couple of guys that I'm going to get to take you down there. This is something that we need to keep quite secret, you understand. A breach of confidence here could not only cost us the artifact itself, but it could also cost lives. So I need each of you to swear an oath that you are not going to tell. And he looks at each of you.
Always with the bloody oaths with these people, jeepers.
What
Come on
about-
then.
As long as there's not any, we're not liable if we get compelled. I've been hoodwinked a couple of times last night about magical means.
Nothing simple with you people, is it?
No,
Look, are you going to swear that you're not going to tell anyone?
We'll
Aye.
keep this and the security of the artifact as an utmost priority and not tell anyone.
Correct. That's how normal people would act in a situation.
I swear on the bolts of Tippy that I would not tell anyone about our duties tonight.
And he passes you each the watch kit. You also get a watchman's jacket that
Ooh,
you can
nice.
pin your badges onto.
Is it like the same kind of style that my current dries a bone?
No,
is?
it wouldn't be. It would be like an officer's jacket, like an army jacket, kind of like a police jacket.
And what's the armor class on that, Justin?
Nah.
Is it
That
a
is,
magical plus?
it is big
plus-
enough that it would fit
plus
over
3.
any
Oh, right, yeah.
existing armor that you would have, but it really is not anything. If you are wearing super bulky armor, you can get a watchman's vest rather than a jacket as well.
I don't think anyone's wearing armor.
The old watchman's wife beater. Nice.
No. Oh, God.
Unslotted armor piece.
All right.
I'm hearing you,
You
Justin.
keep trying. You keep trying.
And that
+4 unslotted armor piece. Brilliant. Not an armor bonus, just a normal bonus. I see. You can stack with armor. Brilliant, Justin. I love it.
well, that's that then. So I guess the next step for you is to get to the safe house. I'll give you some directions, and then you can keep it safe next time we play.
Nice.
I'm going to get a new mini printed now. I got a Muller coat.
Is yours a little bolero? Just a little like cut off at the waist, midriff showing.
I did not know that.
Or an opera singer like Justin thinks. Typically, matadors are known for their fighting skills, not for their singing skills.
I mean, they're not very good.
It sounds like he's multi-classing like Rich does.
I mean, if they're not very good, they probably can get pretty high notes.
Probably.